and we discussed with the Excellency that within 3 months we'll come back to see all the actions and how to sign these agreements.
The first accused in the armed robbery case, former High District Commissioner Lengai Ole Sabaya, has begun his defense today at Arusha Resident Magistrate Court. Here's more.
He was at Bomangombe, the headquarters of High District, heading a Defense and Security Committee meeting from 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., after which he received directives by the Appointment Authority that there were people he was to go and pick up who had arrived and he was to take them to Arusha region. He went on to say that he then found them a vehicle and remained in his vehicle with his driver and began the trip to Arusha, and that when they arrived at the instructed location, he was to speak to the owner of Shahid store, Mohammed Saad. However, they did not find him there. The accused told the court that after failing to find the owner, they communicated with the authority and was given the directives that he was to take those found at the shop to the police station as they will aid in finding the individual they were seeking. The accused told the court that the then Minister of Finance and Planning, Dr. Philip Mpango, and the Governor of BOT were aware of the activities he was doing. He also denied that the accused, Sylvester Nyegu, was at the incident and also denied knowing or having ever met the third accused, Daniel Mbura. Sabaya also told the court that Bakari Msangi was not beaten as he had claimed and that his testimony in court was false, and that Msangi had chosen to do so due to their long-standing political rivalry after he won the UVCCM chair elections against Msangi. Senior Resident Magistrate Odira Amoro has adjourned the case to Monday, 16th August 2021, where the accused Ole Sabaya will continue with his defense.
And renowned pediatric specialist Dr. Augustine Masawe has passed away today at Muhimbili National Hospital in Dar es Salaam, where he was receiving treatment. The late Dr. Masawe, who worked in the field for over 36 years, also took part in various key medical research.
Kwa machache haya nasema tumempoteza mtu makini, baba yetu, mwalimu wetu.
For these few words, we have lost a man of many people, our teacher, our father, who will be remembered by many. Not only us doctors, but also mothers and children will be affected by his death.
Watakubaliana na sisi kuwa tumempoteza mtu makini.
And the government of Zanzibar has begun to provide internationally recognized travel certificate for those who have received the COVID-19 vaccine, with the Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Nasor Ahmed Mazrui, stating that the certificates cannot be used by individuals or institutions for deceptive purposes.
Kwa ni kielezo kinathibitisha kwamba umechanja na itakusaidia kwa shughuli zako binafsi au za kiserikali, kwa mfano wafanyabiashara wanaosafiri nje ya nchi au wafanyakazi wanaosafiri kikazi, lakini vile vile katika vikao mbalimbali vya kimataifa ambavyo vitahitajika uwe umechanjwa. Kadi hii itakusaidia kuweza kupata entrance ya kuingia katika
masuala ambayo yana sheria nyingi, hasa kwa mambo ya international standards. Kwa hivyo na sisi tulilazimika tukasema kwamba na kwa kushauriana na wenzetu wa Wizara ya Afya tukasema kwamba ni lazima tuziweke pin.
Hundreds of Form 3 and 4 Rezela Secondary School students in Gator District, Gator Region, have escaped death, with 16 seriously injured by lightning during a rainstorm at the school when the students were studying.
Kama kuna mazingira ambayo pengine ni kivutio au inasababisha radi kusogea hapa, basi tufanyie kazi haraka sana.
If there is a situation that causes lightning to move here, then work on it very quickly, but also take precautionary measures during the rainy season. All of you here are children of farmers and pastoralists, and you know it is not good to live in certain places or buildings.
And the President of Tanzania, Samia Suluhu Hassan, has given 300 billion shillings to continue development projects in the country's capital, Dodoma City. This was said by Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa after inspecting construction development of the new State House in Chamwino.
Tanzania, ujenzi wa makao makuu kama mnavyoona unaendelea, ni pamoja na mji wa serikali.
Fellow Tanzanians, the construction of the headquarters is underway, as you can see, and this includes the city of government. Our president has agreed to provide 300 billion shillings for permanent ministry buildings, 23 of which were temporary for staffs to move and work, and out of that, 123 billion shillings will be used to build all ministries' offices. And this work will begin in September. Now, I have instructed the Minister of State in the Prime Minister's office, the Secretary General in the Prime Minister's office, to ensure that they call on ministers and principal secretaries to begin construction immediately by September.
And traffic police commanders in all regions and districts in the country have been directed to evaluate themselves due to an increase in incidents of bribery among officers, as well as complaints by transport truck drivers making trips within and outside the country of being stopped without valid reasons.
Maneno mawili, ridhikeni na kipato halali.
Be satisfied with your legal income and do not accuse for oppressing people. Don't be corrupted and evaluate yourselves on these two things, which are in the scriptures. But we are also accused of stopping vehicles very wrongly, but also the lorry going out of the countries, and that there are special stations to stop these vehicles so that we do not delay them, and these were our arguments with international organizations.
Changamoto kubwa imekuwa ni bajaji na bodaboda nyingi hazifuati sheria barabarani.
Many challenges are from bajaji and bodaboda that they do not follow the road rules. In zebra sections, U-turn, and carrying many people in bodaboda. We asked the police force to work on it.
That is all for the national news. International news is next.
Are you ready for some great news? I'm Christine Mundwa.
And I am Eddie Micah Jr. with the brand new DW News Africa,
the show that tackles the issues shaping the continent.
Now with more time to offer an in-depth look at all the trends that matter to you.
What's making the headlines and what's behind them?
We're on the streets to give you in-depth reports and insights.
DW News Africa.
Welcome back, and now in international news. Algeria has arrested 22 people suspected of being behind the most devastating wildfires in the country's history that killed 69 people. Here's more.
Forest fires have hit mountainous areas in northern Algeria since Monday, mainly in Tizi Ouzou of the Kabylie region east of the capital Algiers. At least 28 soldiers were among the dead as the North African country deployed the army to help firefighters contain blazes that ravaged houses in forested areas. Algerian authorities have struggled to contain the fires, which have since spread to several other provinces.
And the Taliban has captured Ismail Khan, the prominent local commander who fought on behalf of the Afghan government in the city of Herat. Khan, who is one of the highest profile commanders fighting for the Afghan government, was handed over with the provincial governor and security officials as part of an agreement with the Taliban. And President Yoweri Museveni of Uganda has dissolved the board of directors of the national carrier Uganda Airlines after an investigation revealed widespread corruption, collusion and mismanagement. President Museveni ordered the Minister of Works and Transport, General Edward Katumba Wamala, to dissolve the board of directors and consider prosecuting Uganda Airlines officials he accused of indulging in corrupt malpractices. And U.S. President Joe Biden is sending his special envoy for the Horn of Africa to Ethiopia to push for an end to increased fighting that has worsened fears of an unfolding humanitarian disaster.
White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan announced the trip by envoy Jeffrey Feltman while urging Ethiopia's government and the Tigray People's Liberation Front to come to the negotiating table after 9 months of conflict. Ethiopia's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's federal troops and forces from the TPLF, which controls Tigray, have been battling since November in a war that has killed thousands of people and sparked a major refugee crisis.
And that is the end of international news. Business news follows after this short.
Tune in to Business Edition and meet business leaders and experts who keep you informed on business and economic developments taking place in the country, such as tourism, construction, energy, transport, mining, agriculture, communication, banking, real estate, and more. Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m. only on Capital Television.
And in business news, Tanzania Private Sector Foundation, TPSF, has started implementing the investment process in industries and various economic activities in Kigoma region following agreements reached at the Tanzania-Burundi Business Forum that was attended by presidents of the two countries in Bujumbura, Burundi.
Alafu wenzetu hawa sasa kutoka Burundi, kutoka Kongo na kutoka Zambia waweze kuja hapa Kigoma kununua hizo bidhaa. Sio bidhaa tu kwa ajili ya matumizi ya nyumbani madogo madogo, lakini malighafi pia za viwanda ziweze kununuliwa hapa na kwenda kupelekwa kwa wenzetu. Itakuwa ni karibu.
Na naamini kabisa kwamba tunaweza kuwa nafasi kwa ajili ya kuwekeza huku. Kuna opportunities nyingi kama alivyotueleza mzee wetu, tumependelea Kisezi. Ni eneo ambayo unaweza kuwekeza vizuri.
Maswa district in Simiyu region is implementing a strategy aimed at increasing productivity of cotton farmers by using modern technology that will enable them to produce 2,500 kilos per acre.
Mkuu wa mkoa wa Simiyu ametoa maelekezo.
Simiyu Regional Commissioner has provided instructions to ensure we produce cotton more effectively. And all cotton producers should be educated on how to produce cotton more productively. The farmers should produce 1,000 to 2,500 kilos of cotton.
Kwa mwitikio huu nimeona kwamba ninaweza kuzalisha zaidi ya hapo kwa sababu kama wenzetu Burkina Faso.
In this response, I have seen that I can produce more than what I was producing. If our fellow Burkina Faso can produce 2,500 kilos in 1 acre, then I can make a large production. I advise my fellows to follow these technologies coming to our development.
And the Budget Parliamentary Committee has urged the government to evaluate empowerment institutions dealing with the design and manufacturing of machines and tools so as to attain its goal of using industries to become a middle-income country.
Lazima tukakae chini sana kama ambavyo tumeamua kwa makusudi kupeleka bilioni 322 za nyongeza kwenye barabara.
Just as we have decided to take 23 billion to the road project, just as we have decided to send 20 billion to water projects as additional money, we must stay and discuss our research. You have talked about Kilimanjaro tools and their mass production of things that these designers are making. Then Kilimanjaro tools comes to do mass production on them. That is why we need to learn more and make sure we make a mass production of things created here. Since I entered into this sector, the main thing is to strengthen these institutions. When strengthened, they are very powerful. But this institution for 3 years, it does not have a board. We have appointed the board and yesterday we have sworn them in. We have that challenge, and because of that, we are already starting to get many more boards.
And that is all for business news. Sports is up next.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment of going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment of going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Opposition, Joaquinho, he did lose to Len.
Now in sports. The Taifa Cup Organising Committee, selected by the Minister of Information, Culture and Sport, Innocent Bashungwa, has met for the first time and announced soccer, athletics and basketball as the games that will be competed for this year.
Uchambuzi wa wizara umeonyesha kwamba baadhi ya vyama vyetu vinashindwa kuandaa hata mashindano.
The ministry's analysis discovered that some of the associations cannot even prepare competitions, and if they organize competitions, then they are small and very short. So the government has decided to supervise an annual big competition that will involve different sports.
Special Olympics Association has organized an awareness seminar for parents and guardians of mentally handicapped children on how to protect them from COVID-19 and other communicable diseases.
Tumezingatia kama wenyewe lazima wazazi wapewe ABC za COVID.
We believe parents should be given the COVID ABCs, how it is spread, how they can protect themselves, and how they can protect their children. Also, on malaria, the main reason for mental illness most of the times is malaria.
Rafael Varane will miss Manchester United's opening Premier League game against Leeds on Saturday, as the deal is not yet 100% done.
United reached an agreement with Real Madrid for Varane on 27th of July. The 28-year-old France defender is in Manchester but missed Friday's league deadline to register him for the weekend because of quarantine rules. The UK government's coronavirus travel rules require people arriving from certain countries to spend a period in isolation. Edison Cavani, Eric Bailly and Amad Diallo are also not available for Saturday's match.
Liverpool defender Virgil van Dijk has extended his contract with the club until summer of 2025. Here are more details.
The 30-year-old, who was under contract until 2023, follows Trent Alexander-Arnold, Fabinho and Alisson in signing new deals with the club this summer. He played just 5 league games last season as he suffered an anterior cruciate ligament injury in October. Van Dijk, who resumed playing in pre-season, said he was delighted, very happy and proud to sign a new deal. Liverpool's only summer signing remains central defender Ibrahim Konate, bought from RB Leipzig for £36 million.
And Manchester City are ready to pay £150 million for Harry Kane if they get an indication from Tottenham that a deal can be done.
Spurs have insisted Kane is not for sale despite the striker's desire to leave for City, and they've turned down a £100 million offer from the Premier League champions. It is thought £150 million could tempt Tottenham's chairman Daniel Levy to sell, but the bid being re-eyed by City falls short of that. City are not giving up and are waiting to see how the situation unfolds. Kane will return to group training with Tottenham on Friday, provided his COVID test on Thursday is negative. Pep Guardiola confirmed last Friday that City want to bring Kane in a move that would smash the British transfer record they set last week by signing Jack Grealish for £100 million.
And that sports item ends our news bulletin for this week. Until next time, on behalf of everyone who worked to bring you this bulletin, my name is Vanessa Victor. Thank you for watching. Good night.
News live on our social media accounts, YouTube Capital TV and Facebook Capital Television Tanzania from Monday to Friday at 9:30 p.m. Don't forget to subscribe and put notification on.